It's on the 2020 draft bingo board. So much depth at receiver. Well, this guy has a new home in Dallas. 10 coming to the Triple D. Let's do it. Yep, it was all sunglasses and smile emojis for Cowboys fans last night. And on Jerry Jones, I'm going to say it's a super yacht, not just a yacht, at least in my head it is. Okay, they added another weapon to that offense. So with more on Jerry Jones and his yacht, we bring you Jane Slater.
The Cowboys pick at 17 not only caught fans and analysts off guard, it sounds like it surprised the ones responsible for it as well. In fact, on a call with reporters afterwards, it was Jerry Jones, his son Steven, and head coach Mike McCarthy, who all conceded that there wasn't one mock draft they did that had wide receiver CeeDee Lamb falling to them. In fact, Jerry Jones even said he was the sixth player on their board. Steven said they didn't even have an interview with them because they expected him to go in the top 10. It was McCarthy who said he loved his versatility, noting his ability to play both inside and out. And while Lamb didn't get that interview with the Cowboys, he is certainly familiar with AT&T Stadium. He played there 3 times in the last 3 years as a member of the Oklahoma Sooners football team.
And later, Slater, the Cowboys snagged CeeDee Lamb off the board before their division rival Eagles had the chance. That was a little dirty division rivalry action. Hey, Nate, let's start with you. Which receiver drafted last night do you think was the best possible fit?
I love the CeeDee Lamb selection. You know, just like Schrager, I thought that CeeDee Lamb was going to be the first wide receiver off the board, but I believe the Cowboys were sitting there and CeeDee fell into their lap, just like when you're driving and that case logic falls on top of your stomach. For me, I feel like when it comes to CeeDee Lamb and the combination with Amari Cooper, it's the perfect duo because the Cooper is such a good route runner, and everything that we've been talking about when it comes to CeeDee Lamb is he is a route runner. And now you add that with Dak Prescott and Zeke Elliott. I feel like building around Dak Prescott, giving him everything he needs, so there isn't any more excuses. CeeDee Lamb to the Cowboys, what a selection. Listen, if you didn't see him when he got selected, we'll break it down a little later in the show. He showed his vision, and he has great hands. I'll talk about that a little later.
Love it, Nate. I bet the fresh caviar came out on the super yacht after that pick. Listen, I'm going to look at Justin Jefferson, LSU, to the Vikings at 22. I love the pick. Obviously, the Stephon Diggs void. This is a guy to work with Thielen. This was Burrow's guy at LSU, and I think Kirk Cousins has a little Burrow in him, or vice versa. But guys, you know, more importantly, we've been talking a lot about the draft-a-thon last night, the telethon to raise money for COVID-19 relief that we were a part of. And I wasn't involved with Blake Shelton at all, but when I got in the virtual room, as I mentioned, it's Lamar Jackson, Big Boy from Outkast, Lil Wayne, Dion, Mike Vick. So you can imagine my relief when Rich Eisen says, oh, and look, Kirk Cousins is joining us. I was like, yes, my guy, Kirk. Kirk comes in, and I wanted to transition from hip-hop and football to be like, Kirk, where do you come out on Creed? Are you a weather guy or my own prison? So the point is, though, when Kirk comes in, we're about 1 or 2 picks away from the Vikings pick. So it was a fascinating experience for a fan if you wanted to click on it, because Kirk is sitting there, I'm not making this up, bouncing up and down in his seat, super distracted watching his TV saying, we're almost up here, we're almost up, we're the next pick, we're the next pick. And I have a feeling he might have known that they were going to get him a toy, a post-Stephon Diggs toy. And I can't really think of a better one than Jefferson, who's a lot of things. The word that jumps out the most is just versatile. And I know Cousins will have fun with them, and I know that offense will keep running. Is an amazing experience to watch a star quarterback about to get his next star receiver and the draft-a-thon. So everybody watch it tonight, 7 p.m.
Kyle, I love it because yesterday on the show you made such a great point about all these mock drafts. You said these are not, you know Moses with the tablets, like who's going to go where, and all, which is why I love what the 49ers did, because they took Brandon Ayuk at 25th overall, a guy that I've been talking about all week who returns kicks and had 710 yards after contact. And in the press conference after taking Ayuk, Kyle Shanahan said, Brandon Ayuk was the highest rated wide receiver we had on our board. That includes CeeDee Lamb, that includes Henry Ruggs, that includes Jerry Jeudy, and that includes Justin Jefferson and Jalen Reagor, who were taken before him. Shanahan had Ayuk as the #1 wideout on their board, and they get him after trading back and also getting Javon Kinlaw. So to me, this is what the draft is all about. what is going to fit your team. And you're watching the highlights of Ayuk. If you're a 49ers fan right now, let me tell you something. Senior Bowl, everyone came away with this thing saying first-round pick. Combine, everyone came away from this thing saying, okay, top 5 wide receiver. At the draft, Kyle Shanahan, who knows a thing or two about receivers. Remember, he's coached Julio, he's coached Andre Johnson. He said he was his #1 wide receiver in the most loaded wide receiver draft we have ever seen. Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel, watch out, NFL.
I wanted to see Henry Ruggs fall to the Broncos. I told that to Cynthia Freeland on her draft special, but he went first, speed 1, over being a complete receiver and an extremely well-polished route runner. So the fact that Jerry Jeudy now gets to go to a Broncos offense that has Drew Lock, who looked incredible late in the season, has a handful of really, really nice games and can build on that. Another first-rounder named Noah Fant and Courtland Sutton, who is always slept on. This is an insane offense here. The AFC West is doing this thing where it's an arms race to try to take out the Kansas City Chiefs and outscore them, it looks like. So then you've got Phillip Lindsay, you've got Melvin Gordon. I am so into the Denver Broncos offense. You've got Drew Lock out here tweeting smirk emojis, and I'm loving it. So that's how I feel. We've got more, of course, draft tonight. A lot of great players, impact players, so much depth at wide receiver that guys are going to be taken today on NFL Network and even tomorrow on Saturday that will make an impact on the 2020 NFL season. So stay tuned for that and more Draft-a-thon. But right now, there's a phrase that we hear a lot these days. It is, we are all in this together. And we really are. Nationwide has partnered up with the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year, and they are doing some great things to support the Draft-a-thon and COVID-19 relief.
There's a special bond between NFL players and the fans.
A bond that begins from the moment we're drafted.
You supported us through the good times and the tough ones.
It's our turn to have your backs.
We're coming together as former winners
and nominees of the Walter Payton
NFL Man of the Year Award,
presented by Nationwide,
to raise money for the COVID-19 relief efforts.
Through this year's NFL Draft-a-thon,
we invite anyone who can contribute to do the same.
Let's be good teammates to one another.
We're all in this together.
We all can make a difference.
We got this.
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 We got this, but only if we're in it together. Please, please help. Visit NFL.com/relief to learn more. Taking a look at the Dolphins. Walking away the winners of round 1? I don't think everybody here agrees with that. We'll break it down next on June.